I would go to either the council or to our village administrator. The day we were working on the chairs, I talked to council about it twice, we found them on sale, found them online, and I looked at Cindy and said, order them. And I just walked away, not even thinking about getting their permission. And as soon as I sat down and she had ordered them, I knew I made a mistake. I should have brought it back to them, and I didn't. I was willing to take the heat for it. But do I do that? I do it all the time. But I want you to understand why. They have an ordinance on the books that we cannot be late paying our bills, and we're not allowed to pay finance charges, and that's a rule of the state of Ohio. So all bills have to be paid timely. If a bill comes in today, it's due in a week, or it comes in tomorrow and we don't meet, I can't wait to have stuff approved. I've gotta push it through. If I push things through that are wrong, and I do a purchase order form, I'm responsible. It's really my fault, and I can get in trouble for it. But as an example, on the bills I showed them today, just what came in last week, I had a $21,000 bill due for the fire department coming out that I have to pay this week for a piece of equipment. I had the SUV payment for the police, $2,400. Normally, I push that through. Because of the chairs and my mistake, they were not happy, believe me, they were not happy with me, and I understood why. I knew coming in, I could have had Andrew cover for me, but I wasn't gonna drag him into my mistake.
Well, I understand, I
apologize.
just more curious if it happens. I
No,
mean,
usually if someone does something weird, we catch it, but they see these bills, Gary, after I pay them actually. They'll see them today because they're not paid. Next council meeting, they're gonna see them again where they're actually paid and on a check. So yes, during the winter time, when Rick needs salt, do I come in and ask them? Oh, heck no. I pick up the phone and I order salt. I mean, it's just an automatic thing to keep this village moving, protect the village as a corporation, and protect the residents.
Okay, that's the procedure. Go ahead, Mayor, I'm sorry.
I think your next question was concerning the recorder.
Yeah,
The only thing I can say, I know she has got, she's came to me and looked at my notes, to get some of her information. She's probably done the same thing with Debbie, I'm assuming. It could be, I know the one time, Chief Geif had supplied her with some information, and I think she copied it wrong, and when it hit the papers, it looked like we had wrote, what was it, 317 citations? I don't know. We do supply her with the accurate information from our notes.
She could always listen.
well, you know,
I mean, she
okay,
can listen to the tape, but
well, she ain't gonna do that. She
the
gonna-
bottom line is, we can't control, I wish that they would let us read it before they put it in the paper, but
Well, I mean,
They
if
don't
somebody
do it that
studied
way.
it, they'd see a lot of differences in, but, you know, if she's getting it off the, recorder of proceedings, the information she's getting is not correct.
but I do know the information we supply her to look at is correct information. Yeah, and that's true, they also edit what she gives them, so it's unfortunate that it does happen. It kind of makes things look a little
Yeah,
squirrely, so to speak. I understand.
It's just that the reason I know, cause I've been coming for years and I've seen it over and over and over and over here. You know, different statements in the paper, that weren't said, but, you know, if they work on it, that'd be fine with me, but.
I believe, was that did I cover everything, Gary?
About the electric pay bill pay and the heat assistance, we discussed that, and the 3%, so it's actually 5%, if council could maybe explain why and where it's raising up so much, I mean, or show a figure, some kind of figure, instead of council just saying we need money in the basket.
We can do that. We can probably dig that up for the next, I mean, the numbers are there. It's-
Yeah.
John,
Okay, that's fine, that's all I have.
They're there, but we can see about getting them out so everybody can look at them if they want to, and
Gary, just so you know that we don't come up with that figure all on our own. Engineering firm does a cost analysis on the water, the electric, sewer. And they come back to us with a recommendation of what it should be for the next 5 years. How much it should be up. And we take it from there, and if it's a workable amount, then we go.
So it's not a fixed rate for so many years, it can be raised anytime?
No, do a 5-year,
Okay,
first year, like I said, was 5%. Then the next year might only be 3%. But it might stay that 3%. I don't have it in front of me.
right, I understand, yeah.
The engineer's report. But it might stay at 3% the rest of the time of the 4 years.
Well, I have a question for you, and then I'll be done then. Why does the, power cost adjustment always go up and never go down?
It's a figure that,
There's a calculation you gotta do.
it's not really numbers. I can't remember how you explained it.
Write that down too, Jack. We'll
Well,
research.
basically, all that is a shipping charge, isn't it?
From the,
From the source of the electricity generated to the destination where they want it.
It's a
We have to
transmission
pay
charge,
to
delivery
transmit that power, just like on the water cost adjustment. We have to pay to get that water out of Canton through the piping system down to here, and that's what we're paying for. It's basically shipping charges.
There's something else, Gary, you gotta look at in a village like this. You flush water hydrants, okay? That water runs down the street. There has to be a way to recoup some of that cost of that water that we're paying 150% on.
Mm-hmm.
We have to recoup some of that. It's flushing hydrants, different situations.
Yeah, I understand, but why is it more this year than it was last year? Where's the cost difference? If you're gonna flush the fire hydrants last year, you're gonna flush them this year, it should be the same.
Yeah, you usually do it at least twice a year.
So it should stay the same. But okay, thank you for your answers.
But we'll check it out.
Thank you for your answers. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Michael Alexander?
Yeah, 4 months ago, I turned in a complaint about garbage and stuff down at the trailer park. And I ain't got no results, nothing. I mean, they take their garbage and they put it in the barrel, no lids, pile it up for a month and they lay it. Can you imagine all that snow? You like to have it against your house?
No, sir, I wouldn't. I talked to you on the phone
Right.
about 2 months ago on it.
Right.
Yes. We were in the process of getting the ordinances rewrote so that they were, so that they would stand up in court. Do we know where that process is right now, chief?
I touched base with Lisa, what day was that I left you a message, Lisa, last Wednesday?
I think it was.
And we just haven't touched base back with her. Cause she talked last council meeting about, she wanted to go over our current ordinance with us, because she didn't think, correct me if I'm wrong, you didn't think we had to change as much as I originally thought needed
Right, it
adjusted?
didn't look that different.
And then me and you were gonna go over that again, make sure everything charges were going good. We touched base, I was trying to get back in touch with her.
Okay.
And as soon as me and her can meet, we'll look over those ordinances again, but I called, what day was it? Do you remember what day that was, Lisa?
I think it was Wednesday.
It was, I think it was Wednesday last week, I called you and, you know, we're gonna sit down and talk and left you a message, so.
Okay. 'Cause we don't want it to go on the back burner, cause the weather's gonna start changing, it's gonna start
It's
getting
gonna
hot,
start
and it's
stinking
really gonna
all
stink.
I like
And it
that.
makes it stinks now.
Hmm?
I mean, I live next door to it, it stinks.
I
Can
mean,
you imagine what the garbage smelled like laying there a month?
I wouldn't wanna
I
know,
wouldn't,
I
but-
can, but
I mean, I called the cop to complain about it. Nothing, my phone call was never returned.
have you called the health
No,
department?
No. I was told it was gonna be straightened up in spring.
That's,
In
that is
spring,
our
and there
goal,
ain't
yes.
nothing touched.
I,
Spring comes in what, tomorrow or?
It was in
Oh, it
Sunday.
came in Sunday? Alright, well, we got one day of spring, but we are working on it, it won't go to the back burner, it's just, it's something that takes a little bit of time. I think I explained that to you when I was on the phone with you. Yeah, I would like to have it, you know, I would like to have it taken care of by tomorrow, but that's not gonna happen. Do you have something else, Chief?
Yeah, Mayor, the last few council meetings I've been at, and I've actually been working on this since last October. With the ordinances I brought in, to get them looked over. We've been working on it for a while, and I brought it up at the last council meeting about it again, and that's when I was talking to Lisa regarding it. And the council meeting prior to that, it was also brought up, so I am working on it, it is not on the back burner, I'll
Well,
ensure
I think
that-
garbage being piled up should be pushed a little bit harder than what it is.
I would agree with you,
Would you like beside your house?
yes, sir,
Well, why is it beside my house?
I agree.
Lisa, can we possibly get that next meeting?
Yeah, I'll do my best to get it.
Okay, or should he go to Stark County Health Department or something like that? I don't know, that was.
Well-
driving me nuts.
You can, it won't hurt anything, but we can, you know, work on the ordinance.
Well, we went through that first time, we have,
It's gonna take
speaking,
some-
we went through that procedure
It's
beside
gonna
my
take some
house.
time anyway. to
They come
enforce
down
the
and walk
ordinance.
around,
I mean,
looked, and
there's
they,
statute.
that was under the other
No
administration.
citations or nothing?
No.
That's gonna bring.
I just don't want people to feel I'm putting it on the back burner.
That's
Really
really
don't.
good, those are just push it all out.
And there is a process that goes through, like Lisa said, I mean, yeah, I would love to have it happen right away, but it is a process. Like Chief said, he's been basically working on it since last fall. I agree, I'd like to see it go quicker, but sometimes things just take some time to progress. So we haven't forgot about it, I apologize that it's still happening, but we are working on it.
Mike, even if we pass the ordinance, by the time they do depending on what the ordinance says, and they write citations to them, and they go into court. It used to be that the health department could come down and do it right away because they had authority. They don't do it. So now we gotta pass the ordinances to be able to make sure that we're legal. Because if we take them into court and we're not legal, they'll come back and get us and throw more garbage out probably. I know how it works, it's just gonna take time. By the time we pass that, that's gonna have to be passed, if she gets it done by emergency, and he's gotta write the ticket under the ordinance, and you got, so long there too. I don't know what it is after he passed it once. You still got 30 days after he passed an ordinance? So even though we pass it, we got another 30 days before it can come into effect. And then he can write the tickets at that time. Am I wrong, somebody?
No, I think you're right.
Okay.
That's-
Yeah, but this ain't been 30 days, it's been 4 months.
Yeah.
Going on 4
But if
months.
they don't have the ordinance done, Mike, we
Well-
can't do nothing about it. That's
I
between.
can't hardly believe
Okay.
that you pile garbage up and you can't do nothing about it. I just can't hardly believe
The
that.
health department can, but they're the only ones that can do it compared to the city. Because we gotta be legal, they got the legal authority to do it. Because of rats and everything else.
That's what
I'm just telling you what it's gonna take.
We had this problem when the Stevens was there.
That was the ordinance I brought you, that you already had. It was an emergency
With those
ordinance, it was
huge
done like
rats.
this.
The health department finally got that situation.
We're gonna end up having rats again.
It wouldn't hurt to
Gone.
call the health department, you
No,
know,
it wouldn't.
maybe they can, like Franny said, they have more authority than we do, we're doing it the way we have to do it, which does take a little bit of a process. They can probably come down and act right away if they wanted to, that's not saying they're going to, but, I mean, I would call them too, you know, it doesn't hurt, we are working on it as far as our end.
Mayor.
They will come down.
This is what I can do, sorry to interrupt you. This is what I will try to resolve, I want to get stronger,